Thank you for watching Jamie TV, where we do not pissy pants about. Today I'm going to show you a free app for iOS music called Multiband. It's from Blue Mango and it was the brainchild of Ali Ahmet of the Beat community. I'm going to show you how it works inside of Cubasis 3 and AUM and how I used it to create this guitar sound. One of my favourite things about making music on the iOS platform is using apps that have multi-bus out. Now, in case you don't know what I mean by multi-bus out, let's take a quick look at Pulse by Elliott Garage. Okay, so here inside of AUM we've got EG Pulse playing back the drums for Monster. And like many other drum apps, it has its own internal mixer, and using this mixer we can set the volumes for each individual component part of the drum kit, we can set the pans, we can add internal effects, etc, etc. And that stereo picture that's created within the app will then come out down one channel. Now here we're looking at the multi-bus out version of EG Pulse. I've still only got one app open, but EG Pulse is sending out the 16 component parts of the drum kit on 16 separate channels, meaning that I can use these lovely big faders in AUM to do my mix, and I can add individual effects to each channel, which takes us into a much more professional playing field. So multi-bus out is like cake. It's an awesome thing to have and there should be more of it, but two problems. First of all, not every app that we would like to have it has it, and secondly, you can't use multi-bus out inside of any of the traditional digital audio workstations available on the iOS platform. But fortunately, Multiband does go some way towards making up for that, so let me show you how it works and why you need it. Ignore this channel here, this is just a channel for my microphone so I can talk to you. I need to get my guitar into AUM, so I'm going to go here, audio, hardware input, iTrack dock left, so my guitar is going to come in here, and in the first effects slot I need to add multiband. There we go. Now let's go into multiband. For use inside of AUM, you need to have multi-output selected, and you can ignore all these other functions down here. Those will become useful later when we look at this inside of Cubasis 3. When the app opens up, we have just one band or one bus available to us. Let's go to the plus here and add some more. We can add up to 3 extra, giving us a total of 4 separate bands, which are all nicely color coded, making it easy to look at and see what's going on. Now for this project I just need 3 separate bands, so I'm just going to go to this cross here and lose number 4. Now what's going to happen here is bus number 1 is going to come down this channel, so we need a couple more channels to send these 2 buses to. So if I come out of here and add a couple more channels, and then I go to the effects slot, multi-bus audio unit instances, now what will happen is that bus 2 will come down this channel and bus 3 will come down this channel. So I'm going to split my guitar between a bass frequency, a mid frequency and a top end frequency, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add amplifiers and effects to the 3 channels to get 3 very different guitar sounds to blend together to make one monster guitar sound. So what I want on this channel is I want basically a big fat low end sound, effectively a bass guitar sound. So I'm going to add Nembrini's fantastic new app. Quinta will give me the option of adding a low octave, a higher octave and a fifth. So I'm going to click on this preset that I made, which gives me an extra low octave. Now I'm going to also add here Nembrini's fantastic new bass guitar amp, Black Ice, and I'm going to open up a preset that I made for this very purpose. Now on channel 2, what I'm looking for is the weight of the guitar sound, that very middly, very present heavy rock guitar sound. So I'm going to go for Nembrini's absolutely fabulous 8180 amp, and I'm going to go in and select the preset that I made for this, and then over here I'm going to want another Nembrini amp. You may have noticed that I really rate the Nembrini amps and apps as being absolutely the best thing for guitar on iOS at the moment. Now I'm going to want some effects on these two channels, but not on the bass frequency. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a mix bus A, and then I'm going to send these two channels to mix bus A. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Right, so these two channels will go to mix bus A, where they will be affected by Nembrini's Delay 3000 and Eventide Spring Reverb. There, I've dialed in all my presets, so let's have a listen to how this actually works. Okay, I've got my guitar on now, and I'm immediately remembering why I don't normally use a stringed instrument when I demo this kind of thing, because I need another pair of hands. Now you'll see I've got these two channels muted, so you're just going to hear the bass frequency first. I'm going to pull Quinta out of here to begin with, and if I just play a little bit of guitar, there is my low frequency, and that's this band here, and I can drag this handle around to determine how much low frequency you're going to hear. And I'm not sure right now where that wants to be. Okay, I'm going to pull Quinta back in, and that's going to give me the extra low octave, because basically a bass guitar is tuned an octave lower than a regular guitar. But I've got my mix set here, so we're hearing both of those low octaves, the low end of the guitar and a bass frequency as well. Okay, now I'll just mute that off, and here is my second guitar channel. And once again I can go in here, drag the handles around and decide exactly where I want that frequency to start and where I want it to cut off. Now without the bass in there, it sounds very lacking in low end, but if I just bring this back in, and then this high frequency on its own is going to sound a bit pants. And we probably want that to start a little lower. But once we come to actually mixing it, which is what I'm going to do next, it becomes a really essential part of the mix. So we'll just drag everything down a little bit and then unmute, and let's see what that hears. Let's hear what that sounds like. If I take that out, we'll lose that bright. even though it sounded rubbish on its own, it's an essential part of the sound. So here we are in Cubasis 3. Ignore this channel, that's just my microphone again. Here I've got Cubasis's stock piano sound, and I've added Multiband as an AUV3 in Insert Effects. What we need to do now is go into Multiband, make sure this is set to linked group, and then we can duplicate the piano until we have 4 of them. Now let's go to that first piano, into Multiband, and add 3 more bands. So we now have a band for each of the 4 pianos that we have open. Now what we need to do, see this band here on channel 1 is the only one you're going to hear right now. That's coming out of output band 1, so that's just a very low frequency. And then if we go to the second piano and put that one on output band 2 and solo that, now we've got just this frequency here assigned to this piano. So we'll go to the third one now, take solo off, go to the third one, click on Multiband, change that to output band 3, solo that, and then finally piano number 4 we will assign to output band 4. Now if I take that solo off, and now we have a very full piano sound. Now I'm just going to back that up by coming out of here and remembering to solo my microphone, and then I'm going to solo the low piano, this one, and this one, and this one. So of course the first thing that this would enable us to do, the first thing that comes to mind, is we could go to the mixer and we could mix those different bands of the piano to suit the track that we're working on. But also of course it means that you could go to each different band and apply different effects to create something unique and new. One more thing that I should tell you about Multiband, let's just go in and take a quick look here. These link groups, the point of this is if you wanted to use Multiband again in the same project, let's say you want to use it on a guitar, you will open up Multiband on your first instance of guitar and set it to link group 2, and then assign all the guitars to link group 2, and that way you can use another instance of Multiband and it won't interfere in what's going on in your first group. Obviously you can use up to 8, and think of each group as one instance of Multiband. So hopefully that leaves you with just one question, which should be, why on earth is it free? This app is brilliant. It's like giving away cake. Absolute madness. I hope that I've explained it clearly enough to you. I have to say it's not the easiest app to explain, but it's worth the effort because it's truly remarkable. If you do have any questions about it, then comment below the video, or if you check out below the video, all my contact information is down there. Just contact me on whatever platform is most suitable to you. So until I make another video, take care of yourselves, be good people, be kind to each other, make lots of music, and don't pissy pants about. See you later.